Hey there, fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to continue on our discussion on key performance indicators, specifically focusing on some of the business value key performance indicators that we can develop and we can chart in order to see how things are going more on the business end of things. And I know we have a number of videos on key performance indicators, and they all work together, and I think it's really important you realize that you might not use any of these KPIs I've talked about. There might be other ones that you do follow, or you're going to use some kind of combination ones I talked about and other ones. But I just want you to have an idea of some of the KPIs that are out there that you could be tracking, because these can help you make decisions in business. And if we start looking at some KPIs that'll help us with our audience reach, we want to see is how the business part is really going. We might look at the audience share of owned media. Okay, so basically what this means is the percentage of media about our product that is from our own content that basically, people are sharing. So if it's Coca-Cola, they're looking at how many things are getting shared about Coca-Cola that actually come from Coca-Cola.com or Coca-Cola's YouTube channel or Coca-Cola's social media. The kind of stuff that we made, our business made, how much of our stuff is getting shared out there? Okay, that's our audience share of owned media, because the owned media is stuff that we have. Okay, and the thing is, that can be really helpful, but you know what? Have you ever seen a business's ad go viral? I mean, some do, but usually it's when one of your fans or one of your customers makes the video or makes the promotion or makes something about with your product that gets it really popular. Think about the Ocean Spray. Remember the skateboarding dude drinking Ocean Spray? Listen to Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac hasn't been on the charts in 20 years, 30 years, and they're back on the charts. Ocean Spray. I mean, let's be honest. You know Ocean Spray from what? The cranberry juice? Maybe, but you have it at Thanksgiving. That's how you know it. You think about it and go, wait a minute. This content's been created by somebody else. That wasn't Ocean Spray. It wasn't Fleetwood Mac. They didn't make it. One of their fans made it. And so they earned that media because their fans made it, not them. Or someone else made it, not them. And so that's where you have what's called this share of voice of earned media. So when people are talking about our brand and sharing the stuff that we didn't make, okay? So we earned it from them and that they made it about our brand. Okay, so if you see those things, hey, that's kind of cool. People are sharing the things. They're out there making the own content for us. Remember when there was the Travis Scott menu at McDonald's a while ago? People were sharing pictures of their McDonald's meal. I mean, how many people? Not a lot of people share their McDonald's meals, but now they were. Look, I got my Travis Scott thing. I mean, I know I did with my kid. We both got the Travis Scott meal. Boom, we have that. There we go. We start seeing those things. So we want to see is how well are we doing? Like, how much of the stuff that's out there are we getting the share of the earned media that people are talking about our products, but we didn't make it? And the thing is we're looking at these business kind of things. Sometimes also you want the business side of encouraging action. So what are some KPIs to track there? So one thing you might look at is our goal value per visit. So basically, how much do you want each visit to be worth to people? And the thing is, you can look at solid numbers, the goal value. I feel that each one of these visits is worth $10 when they go in there because they're going to spend, or when they see our video, the perceived better idea they have of us is higher. But you want to look at the value that's there. That's why we always say content is king, because you put out bad content, people don't come back. People don't worship to the king that puts out bad content. It's got to be good content. So we want to think about that. What are we doing? What value are we adding by each visit that people come to our site, to our social media, or see our content, these kind of things, all right? Now, another thing I would want to look at is what we say online lead contribution. Okay, so basically, how many online leads are we really developing, and how much are they contributing, or what are they contributing in what different ways to the business? So that's what you'll see is, have you ever seen on Instagram when you're scrolling through and you're like, oh, I like that shirt, and you click on that, that's a lead in. Hey, you know what? That online, our Instagram picture thing contributed to a lead. Right? Or our Snapchat contributed to a lead, our TikTok contributed to a lead, our website. You're going to keep track of those things to see what's working and what's not working. And when we talk about working, then we're really looking at converting to sales. Okay, so what are we doing? What are some things we can track to see the conversion? So one thing you might want to look at is just revenue per visit. Like how much revenue is being brought in by each visit, typically. Now, the thing is, you might look at it and say, oh, well, what revenue is brought in by a YouTube video or going to a website? Well, if we see that they watch the ads, we can see how much the ads are worth. Watching a YouTube video, maybe you watched the ad before this video. Thank you if you did. But that's worth something. But also, have you ever noticed that some websites are like, oh, you'll never believe what your Disney princesses look like today. You'll never believe number 7. And you click on there and the first page is number 1. Then you click again, next page, opens up, all the new ads show up again, shows you number 2. You click on it again, number 3, all those ads show up again. Those kind of things, hey, that means the revenue I get per visit, man, that visitor comes in and they don't have to get to number 7. They're trying to get to number 7, but they might stop after number 4, but that's 4 visits, that's 4 times all those ads showed up. So that brings me revenue, right? You can look at it that way, even if you're not selling products or services. Now, on the other side, if you are selling products, you can look at that revenue that's usually generated per visit in terms of how many products they buy or services they order. So you want to think about that. And that's why if you look at a pizza place, they kind of have an idea of what the average order is. We talked about them before, but we can look at the average revenue we're bringing in per order on a Friday night. You have those ideas, okay? Now, another thing you want to look at in terms of the converting to sales, you might also look at the online originated contribution to sales or to revenues or product movement. You can look at that. It's pretty self-explanatory, the online stuff that got moved through. Pretty straightforward there. And then we can look at what we do to kind of retain our customers or retain them, but also, really engage with our customers from a business perspective. What could we do? And one of the things you look at is really retain sales growth and volume. So really focusing on the number of sales we have from people that have come back because of our engagement with them. Because it could be people have a question, then we answer their question, and then they come back and buy something. Hey, that could be something there. Or we see there might be an issue, we fix it, and they buy the warranty next time. You're keeping track of all these things. And the thing is I look at myself. I remember one of the times we traveled to Japan, and it was literally like I got an email from Delta saying, hey, you know what? We're having discount on using miles to fly to Japan. I'm like, well, you know what? I will buy those tickets, and then I'll use the miles to get the kids to go. And so we got all this stuff, and it was really because they saw that, hey, our clients tend to purchase more if we help them remember some something they might like to do. Hence why, if you ever notice when you go to eBay or you go to Amazon and then you hop on Facebook or something, the eBay ad shows up with the product you just looked at, or the Facebook ad shows, there's an ad on Facebook showing what you just looked on Amazon, because they know people are more likely to buy later when they see it again. That can kind of help us out. And then another thing we want to look at on the business side in terms of engagement stuff with our customers that can help us out is we might look at revenue per channel and categories. So we might go and look and see what channel helps us make the most money. Is it the direct emails to tell people, hey, we've got a deal on these flights? Is it, we put a little thing in the Facebook feed saying, flights discounted to Dublin? Or do we put it on Twitter to let people know the crazy trips that we have planned for 2029? We kind of look at all these different things and we start to see what gives us the best revenue stream. Because you can really see in terms of the different channels you use, i.e. the different platforms you might use online, but also different products that might work. Because they might see that, look, last minute deals work really well if we put them on Thursday night for a Friday night flight for the weekend away. That's where we're really making our money. You can see that. You can track those things and it'll tell you. That's why sometimes you'll see very different commercials on different channels, but also different times of the day and different days of the week, because their business KPIs told them that, look, you can make more money selling your product at this time and on this platform than you will at that time on that platform. Okay, so I hope this helps you give an idea of some of these KPIs. Again, there are so many key performance indicators you're going to have out there, and you'll have a dashboard, and dashboards where you collect all your different KPIs, where you're tracking them to see what's going well, what's going poorly. Helps you kind of understand all these analytics that are going out there, so you know what a really good day is, or when you know that, there's an uptick in our Twitter purchase. That's not usual. What happened here? You can go and see things. Because if you just wait till the end of the month and you see the number, well, what happened? What happened during the month? We need to have it tracked so we can see when there's a spike, what happened. All right, so I hope this helps you understand a bit more about the KPIs, at least from a business value perspective. And I wish you all the best, and I'll say bye from here in the hallway. Bye.